In this video, I'm looking at the Soundpeats Capsule3 Pro TWS earbuds. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. Here we are with the Capsule3 Pro. Let me tell you a couple of things right off the bat. The price of these guys is $69. Now, some of the features, we've got hybrid ANC or active noise cancellation. These also have LDAC support. What? LDAC? Yes, believe it or not, LDAC support. Hello. There's a couple of other things, really cool features about these too. First of all, well, let's bring them in first. Let's bring them in. There's the case. First of all, the battery life is 8 hours for the earbuds. And with the charging case, you get a total of around 52 hours. Quite impressive. You will notice that, well, you might not notice, but I can tell you the charging case is, well, this one's smaller than average. So I would say the charging case is about average in size. It's nice and rounded like most Soundpeats cases are, so it slips easily into a jeans pocket and all that stuff. USB-C charging port on the bottom. On the front of the case, you've got a single LED that lights up and shows you the current battery status. And inside of these earbuds, we've got 12mm dynamic drivers. Let's have a look at them, eh? And there they are. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention, have a look at those big chunky ear tips. Yeah, they're my own personal ear tips. And the good news is they fit in the case just fine. So that is amazing. Thank you, Soundpeats, for that. So you got this hybrid ANC, normal active noise cancelling, and you've got an ambient mode. The ambient mode admittedly doesn't work too well. It works, but it's not great. But the standard ANC works pretty nice. It does cut out the sound of like an air conditioner, computer fans, engine noise. Does a great job with all of those. So the ANC is solid. In terms of build and comfort, yeah, your standard stem type design here, and they are comfortable. I can wear these for hours and hours at a time without feeling any fatigue or pain. And look at them. They look pretty cool, yeah? So pretty standard Soundpeats type of design. You've got a matte black finish with these rose gold colored highlights, and overall the build quality feels nice. Unfortunately, there is no in-ear sensors. That means when you take one or both of the earbuds out of your ears, the music doesn't automatically stop playing. I do miss that feature. But anyway, in terms of the microphone, well, it's actually pretty good. I'm going to give you an example here. The dancing and singing comes to a sudden halt and the elements take over. The crackle of flames, the distant crash of Atlantic breakers, and the howling wind. Lubbock looks at the corpse lying by the fire, a man with bushy beard and thick black hair, his body clothed, decorated with beads, and sprinkled with red ochre. Now, like all other Soundpeats TWS earbuds, these come with the support of the Soundpeats app, and that is pretty cool because that means you've got a bunch of preset EQ options and a couple of custom EQ options as well, so you can tweak the sound however you want, and that's really handy. The EQ works really well. On top of that, you can upgrade the firmware via the app, and it also tells you the percentage level of the batteries of each individual earbud. Pretty cool. But let's get into the sound now, and I can tell you that the Soundpeats Capsule3 Pro has that kind of classic Soundpeats house sound, which is distinguished by warm, full-bodied bass, spacious mids, and non-fatiguing treble. There are a lot of customization options, as I said, with the preset and custom EQs, so you can really dial in the sound to suit your personal preference. One thing I found consistent with all the Soundpeats earbuds that I've tested is they tend to have a large sound stage. and that's also true with the Capsule 3 Pro. Despite their warm and laid back tonality, the soundstage is both wide and deep. The bass is punchy, and there is abundant sub-bass rumble when it's needed. Bass notes are rounded and they're weighted, but they are well controlled and never overpowering. If you are looking for a neutral tuning, you will need to look elsewhere, because these earbuds are tuned for fun and musicality first and foremost. The mid-range has good clarity and warm vocals and a nice pleasing sort of rich tonality. Female vocals could use a little bit more presence maybe, but that's easy to rectify with a little EQ. Although there is some coloration in the mids, the mid-range still sounds pretty natural and it sounds engaging. It's not overly recessed or anything. Nice clarity throughout. And in typical TWS earbud fashion, the Capsule 3 Pro's treble is laid back and kind of softened. It's not very precise or lively, but it is perfect for long listening sessions and it doesn't cause listener fatigue. And despite that softened treble, I found the detail retrieval was actually quite good on these. Alright, let's do a little quick comparison now. This is the Edifier, what is this horrible name? TWS 330NB. Now, these ones are like $10 cheaper, but they don't have LDAC support. And the battery life is only about half of the... God, what is that name? Capsule 3 Pro, please make easier names. From here on, these are known as the Edifiers. These are the Soundpeats. So the Edifiers have only got about 4 hours battery life, which is pretty poor compared to the 8 hours that you get with the Soundpeats. In terms of audio quality, they're both pretty close. Like, I could go either way with sound quality. They both got similar tunings or sound signatures. But in terms of features, the Soundpeats definitely comes out on top. One thing I don't like about the Edifiers here is the touch controls are a bit finicky and a little inconsistent. Like sometimes you'll tap and nothing happens. With the Soundpeats, I find the touch controls to be much more consistent, much more reliable and easier to use. So although they do sound very similar, the Soundpeats here does have an advantage in that it supports LDAC, and you can hear the difference when you are using an Android phone or a DAP or a source that supports LDAC. You can definitely hear the difference. The Capsule 3 Pro sort of sounds less compressed and clearer. So that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro. Not sure what's up with these names, but you know, it's not really, doesn't really matter. I think these are pretty darn good. I think once again these are better than the Opera. I really don't know what they were thinking with the Opera 3 and the Opera 5. I think these are better. I think these are better, which is the Mini Pro HS. I hope I got that right. I love these actually. The tiny little case. Look how cute and tiny that little case is. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, these are a good earbud. I recommend them. And I'm going to wrap it up there. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it the old thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. If you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. If you want to support the channel, I've got a Patreon set up. Check that out because I would really appreciate your support. If not, just hit that like and I'll be satisfied with that enough. Check the description down below for the links and all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.